My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Yeah, yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Killa Bee Podcast. I'm your host, Stephen A. Smith, and I think we have a juicy episode, dude. But, right off the bat, I'd like to say something that really annoys me is people who go into a bar or a brewery or whatever it might be, and they ask for regular beers because they don't want craft beer. And I wish they'd just say they don't like beer. I feel like that's a more respectable approach, because if all you can handle is Michelob Ultra, then, you don't like beer. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Oh, you know what? Another thing too, and this isn't a bad thing. This is just something I've observed, but there's nothing that yells, "I grew up in a very financially stable family," more than bragging about your tennis skills. So that's a thing I've observed, and 10 times out of 10 that's true. I feel like there's no poor people who grew up poor and they brag about their tennis skills. And that's also a fact. So look it up, dude. This is not going to be a long episode, I don't think, anyways. I thought the last one was 12 minutes. It was like 30. So we'll see how it goes, dude. Have some stuff written down. Oh, you know what? I really miss my little soundboard, but the Beats headphones just are not it, dude. They're not where it's at, and I've said it before, but they sound weird, and they make me talk weird. But I'm looking at new monitor headphones, and I'm going to get some eventually, and I'll start rocking the soundboard again. I get these ideas for different audio clips to use, and I just don't, because I don't want to put the Beats on because they make me feel weird. There's just a slight delay, the slightest little delay. But I hope everyone's well, dude. I have been pretty good, man. I have been watching the Not Like Us video probably 4 times a day, every day, for about 5 days now, because it's so good, dude. It is unbelievable. And I keep seeing these TikToks breaking down the video and the meaning to the lyrics and the imagery in it. And it's crazy, dude. I do not see Drake coming back from this. He is, he may never be the same Drake again. There's just no coming back from that type of L, dude. It is, he might as well just take his money, his billions, and fucking retire forever. But the Not Like Us video, if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. It's probably, I don't know, the best video to come out in the past 3 years. I don't know. The last video I can think of that had that much impact was This Is America. And both of them, have a lot of dancing in it. So maybe I just like cool dancing, but it's a really good video. And I want to do a cover of Not Like Us. And I have been mapping it out in my mind, which is what I do before I make any music edit. So I map it out. I have a good bit of the beat, thought out. And it's coming down to just executing it. the song that I don't know the producer's name who produced the beat for Not Like Us, but I know the song he sampled. It's I don't remember the name of the artist, but the song is I Believe to My Soul, which Ray Charles covered. I want to say his name is Miles something. I don't remember, and my phone's recording, so I can't look it up. But I'm going to learn that by ear, I guess, because there's no sheet music or tutorials for it. So I'm going to learn that and then go into making the beat. My initial thoughts were to use the original, to sample the song myself, to speed it up how it is Not Like Us and play guitar over it. But I think it will be cooler if I just replayed all of it. So I'm going to learn that by ear, dude, and it's going to be cool, hopefully. I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. And again, some better headphones would, come in handy for doing that mix. But Not Like Us is great, dude. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. Kendrick is one of the GOATs. I think this is probably, I don't want to say a milestone, but it's definitely a point on the timeline in hip-hop. In 20 years from now, when people are going through hip-hop history, this moment in time of Drake being destroyed by Kendrick Lamar is going to be a thing that people talk about. It's significant. So if you haven't seen it, and you don't even have to, listen to every diss track, I think it helps if you do, but you don't have to. Meet the Grams is great, though. The beat on that's wonderful, and Kendrick never misses on the lyrics. So check that out, dude. Like, subscribe, or whatever. I don't care. I've been watching Alone, which, if you don't know about Alone, it is a survival competition show. I guess reality TV is the category. It's where 10 contestants go into the woods of Alaska, which is, if you don't know, it's some of the harshest environments on Earth that are survivable. There are environments that are harsher that you just don't survive. Alaska is one of the places where you can survive, but it's about as hard as it can get. These 10 contestants, they're allowed 10 items, and they are dropped off in these remote places, separate. There's none of them that are together. They're all in their own area. They have their 10 items. They're given camera equipment so they can film themselves, GoPros, other cameras or whatever. So they have to document themselves and survive. And it starts off like sometime in the fall, and they progress into the winter. And whoever lasts the longest wins a sum of money. The season I'm watching, season 10, is $500,000. It's on Netflix. There's 10 seasons, but not all 10 seasons are on Netflix. I think the first time I ever watched it, it was season 3. They jump around with what seasons they put on Netflix, but this is my 3rd season watching, but it's the 10th season. And that's pretty irrelevant. It doesn't matter, but they all start off pretty confident. And there's always a couple people who leave early. There's always a person who you think is going to win and they leave. There's some people who you would be shocked they make it to 3rd or 2nd. But this season that I'm watching, there was this white guy with dreadlocks. And anytime I see a guy with dreadlocks, I am just skeptical of them, like in general. I don't hate them or anything, but I'm always like, wow, that white person has dreadlocks. That's crazy. And this guy, I didn't like him at first. And then he started telling his story, and I started to like him, dude. And he was also catching more fish than anyone. There's so many people who are so confident about their fishing, and they catch nothing. This guy had like 16 fish in, 18 days, which is crazy for the show. If you know the show, you know. IYKYK. But this guy grew on me. And then around day 20, he started to get sick. For a second, he kind of acted like maybe it was some fish that he ate that was 2 days old. He'd waited 2 days to clean these fish, which is kind of crazy. But he started to get sick. And he eventually had to leave. But sometime before he left, he mentioned that he had been drinking raw lake water. And when he said that, I was so disappointed that he started to grow on me. Because why would you drink raw lake water? And I thought, dude, you can't go out there with that hippie mentality of I'm just going to drink a little bit of raw lake water and be fine. And he knew what he was doing. He built a crazy cabin. He was catching crazy fish. He was making desserts with blueberries. He had all the potential to go the distance. And he was drinking lake water, straight lake water. No boil, no filter, straight lake water. And he didn't do it on camera. So that was very disappointing, and I should have trusted my gut from the get-go that this hippie guy is going to be gone fast. But it's a great show, dude. If you haven't watched it, you should check it out. And that also reminds me of the movie Into the Wild. And everybody loves that movie, dude. Everybody praises that movie. It's also a book. I never read the book. But everybody loves that movie, especially I feel like we all go through it when we're somewhere in our late teens of Into the Wild is so good. But really, when you think about it, that guy, he was irresponsible and he moved into the woods and he ate poison and died. He was just an idiot that had a journal. That's all he was. And I know that's kind of harsh to say, but I'm at an age now, I'm 30 years of age. I'm at the age where I'm not going to pretend that his story is inspiring or cool or anything positive, because he just went, he didn't know how to store meat, he ate poison and died, dude. And dude, to be honest, I think the biggest reason that he has so much popularity is because Emil Hirsch, who plays him, it's the actor who plays him in the movie Into the Wild, is a handsome guy. He's one of the Lords of Dogtown, and he's a handsome guy. And that's the only reason, dude, that the story of the original guy who was the Into the Wild guy has any respect or admiration, is because the actor who played him is handsome. If the actual Into the Wild guy played himself in his movie, people wouldn't be fucking with it. And again, that sounds harsh, but Google what that guy looked like and then imagine him poisoning himself and dying in a bus by himself, and you'll totally understand the point that I'm trying to make. So that's how I feel about that. And what are we, 8 minutes in? So we're doing good, dude. We're doing good. Another big thing that came out is, and, I want to approach this in a sensitive manner. My boy Sketch. It came out that Sketch a few years ago had a gay OnlyFans. And there was a YouTuber that exposed them. I think his name is Pocketbook or something, something whack like that. But this guy exposed them, and I don't know why he did it. But, also Sketch addressed it. So it's not like it's fake allegations. Sketch addressed it, and he said that was him, and everything's going to be okay. But this guy exposes them. And Sketch was at some other YouTuber's house or some streamer's house, and he just up and left. And Sketch, when he addressed it, he stated that his thoughts before it came out was that if it ever came out, he would definitely off himself. He also said that if he had not been at those people's house who supported him through it, that he might have offed himself. But here's the thing, dude. He had a gay OnlyFans. And, who hasn't had a gay OnlyFans? We've all been there, but the thing is, he was an adult. The other people were adults. Everyone was consenting. And Sketch didn't break any rules. Sketch didn't do anything wrong, and he didn't hurt anyone. So if there's anyone who liked Sketch any less because of it, then they're just probably a guy who pretends to be straight, who thinks about wieners all the time. They can't stop thinking about wieners. So anytime someone they like thinks about wieners, they project onto them. If you are a Sketch fan and his gay OnlyFans made you not like him, then you're just projecting your homosexuality that you have closeted deep down. So at the end of the day, man, which I hate that term kind of, but at the end of the day, I think I support Sketch more. Tuesday. And Sketch is never going to watch this, but Sketch, buddy, dude, if you're watching this, man, hit me up and we can hang out, and I got your back, brother. So don't let the haters get you down, dude, and keep on keeping on, which I think that's what he's doing. I think he's still streaming, which is good, because Sketch is a good guy and he didn't do anything wrong. And it's not wrong to have a legal, consenting gay OnlyFans. It's funny to say gay OnlyFans, though. I'm not laughing at Sketch. I'm laughing at the word gay OnlyFans. So that happened, and it's cool. And I hope Sketch, I hope he blows up even more from this, to be honest. I hope Sketch becomes a billionaire and he lives the best life that he can possibly live. So that's where I'm at on that. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but it's a real thing. Another real thing is Donald Trump at a rally in Pennsylvania or wherever was shot. He got shot, and I guess he turned his head at the last second and it grazed his ear. And it was some 20-year-old kid that shot him from like 150 yards away with some rifle. I hope you heard that. That was my elbow. But he really shot at him, dude. And it's 2024, so that's kind of crazy in the United States. I was at work when the owner, who works in the kitchen sometimes, came out of the kitchen and he told us, he said, "Did Donald Trump get shot?" So we're all on our phones. We're all looking it up. Turns out he did get shot. And obviously it did not kill him. I don't think it's going to stop him either. I think it's going to keep running. But the craziest thing about it was when we were learning the news, some people were laughing. Like, some people were just not fazed by it. Some people acted like it wasn't even real. Like, some people acted like it was a scene in a movie where a character dies and it's fine because they're a character in a movie. Some people were happy about it, which is wild to me. Like, I don't get into politics, really, even though I'm 30, but who cares? But I don't really get into it, but to celebrate someone's assassination is probably not the correct state of being, I don't think. I don't know everything, but I don't think that is a way to exist in the universe. Even if you disagree or don't like them or whatever it might be, it's just crazy to be happy about it or to wish that the bullet would not have missed. But some people are. Some people are happy that someone tried to kill them, and it is lunacy. I think we've lost our minds as Americans. I think the empire is falling apart. And I think we're on our last leg as a country, as a people. And it was also, they shot the guy that shot at him. A person in the crowd was killed. A stray bullet hit him in the face and killed him. So that's where our country's at. And I'm just at home watching alone while I am alone. And, doing this podcast that probably like 8 people listen to. So, life's crazy like that, I guess. But they really shot at him. And I will say this. There's been one particular photo. I don't even know who took it. Shout out to the person who took it, because that photo is going to live forever, dude. It's a photo of Trump like they missed. Fist up, blood on his face, American flag in the background, Secret Service around him. It is, dude, honestly, dude, it's the hardest photo that I maybe ever seen. And in 100 years, when, whatever empire takes over, when they're studying the history of what America was, because we're falling. We're not making it to 100 more years. We're not going to make it that far. When they're studying us, that photo, dude, people are going to get that tattooed on them. Mark my words right now. You heard it first on the Killa Bee Podcast. People are going to get tattoos of Donald Trump, fists raised, blood on the face, Secret Service, American flag. People are going to have that tatted. And that's just how that is going to go. So, yeah, it's crazy. And Joe Biden can't handle stairs, but Trump got shot. Survived it. And it's like I said, dude, I'm not into politics. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. None of that. But, dude, Donald Trump got shot and survived. Joe Biden, Shane Gillis said it best. Joe Biden is the only president that you could punch assassinate. That's a joke that Shane Gillis has in his first special, live in Austin. And it's, it's very funny, but also very true. If you hit Biden hard enough, he's not going to make it. Which is also sad. The man is sick. He's, he needs to be in like one of those rich people homes where there's a lake outside of it, like a pond outside of his window, and where they don't hit him or abuse him, or whatever happens in not nursing homes, whatever happens in old people's homes. I don't know. But yeah, he got shot at, dude. So I don't even know. I feel like no one is processing it except the people that were there. And, the poor family of whoever was killed in the crowd, it was real for them. But Donald Trump I feel like he's going to go probably, 200% harder after this. But, yeah, dude, that's all I got. This is probably 8 minutes. No, it's about 20. Just let me think real quick, see if there's anything I forgot. Have some stuff written down. I went through all of it already. And yeah. That's it, dude. I'm going to do a cover of Not Like Us. I'm going to do a cover of The Office theme song. I laid some stuff down for that, but I don't like how fast it is. So it's going to be slowed down a lot from the original. And it's going to have the Somewhere Over the Rainbow melody over it here and there. The thing with these covers that I'm, figuring out is I don't practice guitar enough. My ideas for what I want to do on these covers is just a little bit ahead what my fluency in my hands actually is. So I need to get the metronome out and practice guitar more, just so when I make these covers, I can do what I want to do. So that's where I'm at with that. Because I want to do cool arpeggios. I'm getting in the weeds, dude. I want to do cool arpeggios on the Office cover that sound cool and fast, but my ability is not there. Like, I can do solos, I can play in a key, I can find the key and improvise, but the speed I want is not there. And that's just practice. That's just daily practice, which I do not do. And then Not Like Us, it's like I said, the original song that was sampled, it's so old. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music. There's not sheet music. There's not tutorials for it. They have that stuff for the Ray Charles version, but that version is a little bit different. So I'm going to have to learn that by ear, which I've gotten better at. It's not easy for me. Some people are crazy good at it. It's not easy for me, but I can do it slowly. Same with reading music. I can do it, but slowly. I can't sight read or anything cool, but I can figure out notes on a treble clef. So that's some stuff I want to do. I have like 2 good days out of the week to work on music heavily. Monday being one of those days. That's also when I record the podcast, and I'm trying to do a weekly episode, even if it's a 10-minute episode. So that's where I'm at with that, and hopefully I do release some more videos. Last video bombed, and that's fine. They can't all be winners. People like the Billie Eilish cover, and ultimately I'm trying to get likes and followers and listeners to the pod. The music promotes the podcast, and the podcast promotes the music, and hopefully it just snowballs. So if I stay consistent, give it about 2 years, and then hopefully we're really, really rolling with it. So that's where I'm at, dude. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, and I don't feel like it, but I need it. So that's it, dude. Thank you for listening, and I love you guys, and I hope you guys stay black and brave, and they not like us.
I ain't got no hope. Most days I'm actually alone. Got a girlfriend that I've always known. When I'm with her mean ass, yo, I still feel alone. My big sister keep calling my phone. I ain't got no hope. My motherfucking phone. I got a girlfriend that I've always known. I've always known. Yeah, I've always known. Always known. I ain't got no fuck. Shit. Damn. Judah and the Killa Bee, we Wu-Tang in this bitch. I might go to Yellow Deli waffle with the grit. Oops, I make granola. I'm off my taste with a kick. Alcohol. Thanks for the assist, bitch. I'ma hit the 3. I should've played for Davidson. Instead, I'm on my way to work like who the fuck is Julian? It's like we back in school again, except I'm bald now. It was just St. Patty's and it's almost fall now. I'ma switch the flow up cause I'm really raw. I'm a dog, like the type of bully that break in your dog house. Yeah. I ain't got no hope. Most days I'm actually alone. Got a girlfriend that I've always known. When I'm with her, I still feel alone. My big sister Yeah, I've always known.
Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time! I didn't think so. 今日はおからめにしましょう。